Hello everyone, and welcome to Christmas Day 2020 and the adventures the adventures of Lucy and her precious deer herd. Lucy is she's really 31 months old. She's a little bit over 2.5 years old right now, and we rescued Lucy when she was only a day or two old. She was just about to die, abandoned by her mother. Most likely Lucy was a twin. That's right. Most likely Lucy was a twin. And a triplet, not a twin. A triplet. And she was probably the one that was just simply left behind by her mother. Now, we don't know that for a fact. But since Lucy had triplets, her first babies that she had, it's very likely that Lucy was a triplet herself. That's just sort of the way it works in the deer world. And that being the case, a lot of times one of the babies is simply, I guess, just say sacrifice for the sake of the fact that the mother can't keep track of all of them. But we saved Lucy, and Lucy's now 2.5 years old. And for this Christmas edition of Chris's Every Friday video of Lucy and her antics and what happens during the week and all of that, for all of that, we decided that we would just take a look back of Lucy's precious 2.5 years of life. And Lucy, She's just been a great deer. She's my baby. Everybody knows that. Lucy loves me, and I love Lucy. Absolutely no doubt about that. The world has come to love Lucy. She may be the most famous deer on YouTube and on Facebook, at least right now. I'm sure there's probably a lot of famous deer out there, but she might be the most famous. 2 of her 3 triplets are doing fine, but we thought we would take you back. We thought we would take you back and let you look at some videos and some still pics that we've not shown. Some of them we have, and then also let you see how exciting it was when we found Lucy and the triplets in the woods. So here's Chris's Christmas edition of Lucy and her precious life. Come on.
snort at her? Yeah. Oh, did she get it? Now they're gonna start playing. They can sit late. Did she snort at her? Yeah. Oh, did she get it? Now they're gonna start playing. They can sit late. What if she growled at you like you growled at her? She sure got one.
Beamer just hit her in the face with her tail. Yeah, open the door, open the door.
Don't even think about it. Don't even think about it. No. You buck with me? Yeah, I'll buck with you. Yeah. Hey. Boy, they're so smart, I tell you. They hear something, their ears go up high, and their ears turn in different directions. You notice that? Look at her ears turn. Look at that ear. She turned one ear and the other ear too. They don't have to turn at the same time. It's amazing how she can hear. So if you ride a four-wheeler out through the woods, every deer on 2,000 acres now. There's 25 elk up there in the pecan grove right now on the county road.
Oh, really?
At least 20. It's over 20. I counted 20 some odd. I quit counting.
Turkeys were up there when we come home from church.
You are a ragged looking deer.
She's a dog.
No, we're not going in the woods.
Yeah, how you get triggered. Yep. She doesn't feel like being a goat either. That way. You want to be a pig and just let me smack you and stop? It's like a different, that's a different feeling than it is.
Come on, we have to go this way.
That way. Get going, get going, get going.
Get down and help, Deacon.
Come on, Beth.
Come on, dear.
Come on.
No.
That's how one gets triggered.
Exactly. Come on.
For those of you that don't know the history of Lucy, we acquired Lucy on June the 3rd of 2018. I came home about 10 o'clock one night and she was in the yard with the labs. And no mama around. I left her alone that night and she finally laid down in the flower bed. And so I just left her for the night, and the next morning she had gone around to the other side of the house, and so we have had her ever since. We went to the co-op and got some milk that's made especially for fawns, newborn fawns, and we bottle fed her for several months, and we never did really lock her up. We would put her inside one of the buildings at night just to be sure the coyotes didn't get her, because we are in the middle of coyote country here. And she's been free to roam around pretty much wherever she wanted to go, but she's always stayed here close. And she's very tame, likes everybody. And so this past winter then, whenever it came time for the rut in the deer world, she was very popular with some of the handsome guys around, and so we have wound up with a baby on the way, or maybe two. We had so many of those guys hanging around, I told Jimmy we might have a litter. But anyway, so here we're waiting, and Lucy's been a delightful little deer. She's been a real labor of love, and she's pretty famous in her day. You'll notice that her tongue hangs out sometime. She, I guess, had an encounter with a wild animal. I don't know if it was a bobcat or a mountain lion or a coyote or what it was, but they broke her jaw and her nose. And she came back after being gone for 2.5 days and was very traumatized, but she healed up, but she does have a problem closing her mouth straight, so she's quite the lovely lady with her tongue dangling out most of the time. But anyway, she's our famous little Miss Lucy. Milburn, he's another story. He was a rescue deer also. Our ranch manager found him on the road. I think he said the mother had gotten run over by a car or something, and so he knew that we had Lucy, so he carried Milburn over here, and we doctored him and fed him, and he has grown into a pretty good deer. I'm sure we will have to tell him bye this winter, though, whenever it comes rutting season, because the bucks can get a little bit cantankerous and aggressive whenever it's rutting season. So we'll have to put him outside the confines of the fence, the Jurassic Park fence. So anyway, that's the history between them, and so we're waiting to see what Miss Lucy is going to add to the family. So we shall see.
Rebreed. So we're going to go down here where we found Lucy last night about 11 o'clock. We haven't seen her since, and see if maybe we have a baby. And we'll tag the little baby. You won't like that. The little babies cry when they do that, but they only cry just for a second. Hopefully she's here. We don't know that she's here. I mean, it's where she was last night at 11 o'clock, and she stayed. So hopefully we will find her down here near the lake with a little baby. Hopefully no coyote found her before we did. Or bobcat or mountain lion. And there's a possibility too that she could be still just trying, you know. I see her. I see her. Hi, Lucy. Hi, Lucy. You got a baby girl, huh? Hi, baby. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Looky there. This is the infamous pump house where Jimmy took a bath. Oh, what have you got, Lucy? What have you got, Lucy? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What have you got, baby? Oh, look at the little baby lay down. Look at the little baby lay down. Just one, looks like. No, she's got two. There's another one. There's another one. She just had the other one. She just had the other one. Look at that. She's cleaning the other little baby off now. She's got twins. She's got twins. Oh, good girl, Lucy. Good girl, Lucy. Is that exciting? Oh, look at the other little baby. You see the one lay her head down. She's hiding. Now, she doesn't know that we're friendly. She doesn't know that we're... Beamer, come here. Beamer, come here. No. Come here. You stay up here. Hi, Melbourne. You stay up here, Beamer. Beamer. Beamer, you stay up here. You stay here. Lucy's got some babies. You can't go down there. Hey, look at Melbourne. Melbourne come around. Melbourne said, what's going on down here? What's going on? Melbourne, I guess you're an uncle. A step uncle. Look at that.
Step brother.
A stepbrother. Yeah, I guess that'd be right. A stepbrother. Beamer, you stay here. Now that one's just born. I don't think we'll mess with them right now. I'll wait and get Apache a little bit. I think I will take them up to the... Hi, Lucy. What do you have? Get back. Melbourne, stay back. Melbourne says, I have a family. Beamer, see it. Look at the little one. She just had the second one. He just can barely walk. She's just had that second one. Melbourne says, I don't know about that. Good girl, Lucy. Such a good girl. That's such a good girl, Lucy. I think I will leave her for just a little bit. Now, we can pick those babies up right now. And we need to doctor them. We're going to medicate them, give them a little medication. We'll put iodine on their feet, iodine on their belly button. And we've got a stuff that we'll feed them. I'm going to tag them. I'll put tags in their ears so we will always know those deer are Lucy's when they were born. Hi, Lucy. You did such a good job, girl. Look at her. She's proud of herself. Oh, I hope she doesn't have three because it's really difficult if they have three. But, you know, since we can help her feed them, we might be able to get by. But I think two is surely all she's going to have. June 29. The babies are born June 29. And that is just as precious as it comes right there. Look at look how tiny they are. They're so tiny. Lucy's cleaning everything up. They clean everything up. They leave absolutely no mess at all. We knew she wanted to have the baby either right here by the lake or in the building. And like I said, we're going to come back here in just a little bit and get these babies. I am going to take them to the building, and the only reason is we'll put them in the boat building because they are so easy to catch right now. I mean, like we can walk down there and pick them up, and the deer that raise in pens, you know, when you get them in the first 48 hours, you just pick them up. And that's why coyotes can catch them so easily. If a coyote was to come along right here along the edge of the lake, could catch those two babies and kill them both in a heartbeat. They'd be dead within seconds. They normally grab them by the head and crush their head, so it's a terrible way for a little baby to die. But there is Lucy's baby, so everybody's been asking a lot of questions. We are excited. We are excited. I guarantee you we are excited. We are so excited this is happening. And I'm going to leave her alone for a while and let her take care of these two little guys. Look at that one there. He's trying to get something to eat. Looky there. Looky there. He's trying to get something to eat. He's trying to get something to eat. He says it's his first meal. He's looking for his first meal. Looky here. Look. 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 She does have trips. Oh, my goodness. I nearly stepped on this one. Oh, my goodness. She has triplets. Lucy. Her first babies, and she has triplets. Look at that little baby eating.
I told you she's going to have a litter.
Oh my goodness. And looky here. Oh, what a pretty little thing. That's why the third one is so small. Now it's likely we'll have to help her feed that one. That one's trying to get something to eat right there. But it's likely why, oh my goodness, triplets. Look at that. Is that just looky there. Is that just the prettiest thing you've ever seen? Is that just the prettiest thing you've ever seen? This is so exciting. This little guy's heart is racing 100 miles an hour. She's still wet. She's just been born too. Here now, here, easy, easy, easy. Easy. Oh, she's gonna cry a little bit. See, the little baby's eating her first meal down there. Now, what Lucy's doing there is just, you see all the licking she's been doing on me the last few days? All the licking she's been doing. She's been doing all that licking because that's just what they do. And with the babies that we've had, now that one got a little bit of milk, not much. Hi, Lucy. There you go. Here, stay down there, girl. You're okay, girl. And there's Lucy's litter. I think I'm going to hang around close because I just don't want a coyote to come around. She's just done such a great job. Now you see what she's doing now? She's going to go around and she's licking up all the blood and anything that's left. She's going to eat a little bit there. She's hungry. She's had a hard night here. She's had all three. The little baby's going to go get him some breakfast. And we're just going to hang around. We were going to go to Cookson today and visit our kids because we haven't seen them in a couple of weeks. I know the virus is spiking, but you know me, I'm not afraid of the virus. But I think we will stay here and take care of these little babies today because we'll go see the kids a little later in the week, maybe 4th of July weekend coming up this weekend. But triplets, look at her nursing right there. See how they look up and nurse? And I look at Lucy, she's still dirty and wet, so we're going to give her a couple hours, but we're going to hang around and just make sure that nothing comes and eats them. The babies don't have any scent to begin with, but obviously the birth has got scent involved with it and the blood and everything, and Lucy's going to clean all that up. I mean, it's really amazing. We actually found a doe in the woods yesterday while we were looking for Lucy. We found a doe in the woods. Don't let her get in the water there. We found a doe in the woods that... Look here, she'll come back over to me now because I picked her up. She's associated me as a friend. Look at her, she come back over to me. A lot of times when we tag a deer and doctor them, they'll follow us around because even though we put a tag in their ear and it kind of hurts them a little bit and they squeal. But anyway, we will take care of these we'll take care of these guys today and let Lucy clean this mess up. But I just don't want to leave them alone, because if a coyote was to come by, all 3 of these precious babies would be dead. And so we are going to take them up to the building and make sure that they live, and let Lucy raise them. And we won't keep her in that building very long, just where we can make sure that these little guys don't have a chance to get eaten by a coyote. And you see that one hasn't moved. You see that deer right there is laid down there because she or he, we haven't checked the sex on them yet. And I guess this is the last little guy, or no, this is the little guy I picked up, I think. Just looking at him, I think he may be a buck. And I think you can't really tell without looking. But, Lucy, you did so good, baby. You did so good, yes. Yeah. She said, "Are you proud of me, boss? Are you proud of me, boss?" I was carrying around a litter. This is why I waited so long. These guys had to be big enough. And the little one there is going to be the one that has a tough time, the last one that was born. But you see her, she's hungry. She's trying to get back there and get her a little bit more milk. It's amazing. If you don't believe in God, folks, this doesn't just happen. You know, if you can believe that a couple of meteorites were running around in space, and they run together, and a couple of monkeys popped out, and here a few thousand years later, we have these little baby precious deer like this. If you can believe that, you got a lot more faith than it takes to believe that there's a God that made them. And I'm going to tell you what, God's smiling right now. We talk about putting a smile on God's face. Will you look how tiny that his little head is, the little third one, just born. Just such a tiny little thing. All right, you guys.